I got first place playing this deck. It's a very strong deck. And I won a box, which is valued at 59 euros. And I will be opening it on my channel, so be sure to subscribe not to miss out on that. So first things first, the main deck is gonna be 2 Goblin Zombies, 2 Pyramid Turtles, 1 Mizuki, 1 Zombie Master, 1 Spirit Reaper, and 1 Plug Spreader just for the zombie engine. It's quite standard. Then I'm running 3 Monarchs, the Caius, the best Monarch. And I'm also running 3 Raikos with 2 Nimble Hamsters, which is my personal tech. Because I've been playing in those times when the Edison format was, well, live. And I really love this card. Like most of the time they think you're setting either a Raiko or a Mystic Tomato or any kind of fodder like that. But and they usually crash into it expecting a Raiko. And whenever there's a hamster, it's like a free Raiko plus tribute for Caius or like synchro for Plague or any other tuner. It's just too good not to run. And 2 hamsters to 3 Raikos is my personal ratio that I've been playing for many years, so I think it's the best ratio at this point of the game as well. I'm running 2 Divas, not 3s. Well, I tried 3s, but I prefer the 2. And it's a 40 card deck, so I don't want to draw them as soon as I see one of them, especially with a hamster. It's a really good combo. 1 of Sengan, 1 of Gale, 1 of Gorse, 1 of Dark Arm Dragon, and the personal tech that I run, and I've seen a few people try it as well, is DD Crow, one of the hand traps you can be running in this format. It's quite amazing. Like if they Debris Dragon for Dandelion, you just DD Crow. If they have Treeborn Frog, you can just DD Crow. Like a lot of things you can do. I also have extras in the side deck, but I believe 1 in the main is more than enough. Now for the spells, I'm running 1 Heavy Storm, 1 MST, and the staples. 1 Pot of Avarice, something that not a lot of people run, but I personally like it because of the milling. Because sometimes you have like a lot of cards in the grave, especially synchro monsters that you want to bring back into your extra deck, and it's just a +1. It's most of the time you can execute this card. It's not that hard. 1 Mind Control just for your tuners to do stuff. You can take the Raiko as well. Brain Control, staple. 1 Book of Moon. I have more of these in the side, but in the main, 1 is at least a staple. 1, 2 you could be running, but I ran 1, it was fine. And 2 Book of Life. This is a proxy because I had the second one, but just for you to understand, well, I had 2 Book of Lives. It's also an amazing card. The only reason zombies are good is because you can swarm, and this card helps a lot. And make the advantages with this card. It's basically easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now for the traps, I'm running 2 bottomless as well, like a staple. 1 trap that should also staple. Look at how old it is. It's from back in the day. I used to be using this one as well. Man. 1 Mirror Force, MRD. Yeah, 1 Mirror Force. 1 Cold Bite, 1 Torrential, 1 Solemn Judgment, only 1 Phoenix Wing Blast, because, well, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not that good, sometimes it's really bad. And my personal tech that I love, and it helped me a lot, is 1 Starlight Road in the main deck. I had a situation where I was playing a Lightsworn player. On the first turn I set a hamster, I set Starlight and a random card, and he went just, okay, Heavy Storm 1 for 2. I used Lightning Starlight Road, like summon a Stardust, and he started yelling through the whole like locals. Stardust, Starlight Road in the main deck, Starlight Road in the main deck. And believe me, it helped a lot during the whole tournament to win the box. So I personally think it's a good card if you know how to use it. You can activate it for a TT, you can activate it for Mirror Force, Bottomless if it removes 2 cards, you can also use it. So, Black Rose, like a lot of cards can get hit by Starlight Road, so if you play it smart, it's a good card. And as you notice, I don't use any Allure of Darkness, right? There's a reason for that, like I want to keep the deck 40 cards, and sometimes Allure is like, you know, not that big of a change. It's the best thing to either remove a Caius if you have too many Caiuses, but usually I want to keep all my Caiuses. It's either remove a Gorse, because you cannot use Gorse, but like I said, there's a lot of discard fodders like Zombies Master, like Phoenix Wing Blast, like Brionac. There's no reason for Allure, I think. It's my personal decision on this. So for the side deck, I ran 2 Fiendish Chains. For those effect heavy decks like Monarchs, let's say. I mean, I could run Pull in the Rug, but I don't have it. But yeah, I ran 2 Fiendish Chains just to keep it open for me to know, like, if he runs an effect deck, I can go Fiendish Chain, like against, let's say, Debris, Plants, Quick Draws, and stuff like that. 2 Deep Prisons, this card is amazing. I almost always sided it in. It's like a really good card. Removes a lot of stuff you don't want to see in the grave. 2 Dust Tornadoes in case Black Wings or anything like that, but I didn't see a single Black Wing player. I had Zombies, I had Lightsworns, I had Plants, like a lot of different decks, but I was expecting a lot of Black Wings and then haven't seen a single one, I guess. Soul Release, I just know that there's a person who plays Lightsworns and he's usually topping, like, so this card just kills Lightsworns. And I used it once, and believe me, he was like, okay, let's start from the beginning. Like, all the targets he milled are gone. Like, it's amazing. 1 Lightning Prison Mirror, just 1. I only had 1, so that's why it's 1. 1 Trap Hole for those Black Wings, as I said. 1 Mobius for just in case somebody like runs heavy back row deck. I just put in 1 of these. I could pop more cards, but if they have Starlight, you know. But nobody runs a lot of Starlights right now. 1 Chain Disappearance, this card helped me a lot. Like Dandelion, Chain Disappearance, GG's, no Dandelion. Like, I also have only 1 of these. If I had more, I'd run more, but I was able to pull out 1 of these from the whole deck. I guess I got lucky, and yeah, I won that match. The extra Book of Moon and the extra DD Crow that I spoke about before. Like, if I see I need more crows, I'll use more crows. If I see that the deck is viable for me to use Book of Moon on, like, I can recycle hamsters. If I can see that they're synchro heavy based, I can just flip their tuners and stuff like that, and so on, because in case it would be Glad Beasts, like Gladiators are quite strong, I believe, as well, so I don't want to have this in the main deck. But yeah, just in case, I keep a second of each, so I can play them. And last one off is Thunder King Rayo. I only have 1. If I had more, I'd play more. I was considering to play Cyber Dragon, like, as well, but I even have, like, the Chimera in my extra deck, but there was no space, so just the 1 TK was more than enough for me. And for the extra deck, like, it's a bit random, to be honest, but it's gonna be 1 Goya. It's the secret rare from the tin. When I pulled it out, I still have it. 1 Brionac, 1 Hades, 1 Ancient Fairy, 1 Black Rose. I mean, like, those will be all the 6s and 7s I have. I just don't have any other 6s or 7s, unless you count this guy, but I usually don't summon him, but I have him. So the 7s, the 6s. And now for the 8s, Colossal TRA. That's what we used to call it. Don't be surprised, I have 1, 2, 3 Stardust. I don't know, I just love Stardust. It's my favorite Synchro monster. one armory arm, just to have an option for level 4, and one cataster, just to have that level 5. It's an amazing card against machinas as well. Pop the fortress and don't give them any effects, as well as Chimera, just in case they're stupid and they leave a Cyber Dragon with a machine monster, or you have a machine monster, which I usually don't, but still you can summon Armory Arm and then pop into this. But yeah, the extra deck is quite weak, but it was enough for me to win the first place and get this box. So my honest opinions, the deck is quite strong. Like, there are some things you need to consider when playing the deck to be as efficient as possible, but like I said, it's all about pluses. You need to make the maximum amount of plus for you to have more cards and be able to steamroll them, because usually the zombie decks want OTK. I only OTK when I see that I can OTK. Usually I want to control, I want to build up. That's why I have some cards like Deep Prison in the side, Fiendish Chain, and so on, because if I can see that I can basically outsmart them, I will do that. But if I see an OTK, I will go for an OTK, because usually that's how the deck plays. If you have any questions, leave a like and a comment below. Subscribe to the channel. I will be opening this box on the channel just to see what we can pull out of this, and maybe I'll share. I don't know. Let's see. Peace.